Hello and welcome to another Baggies beer review over in the tap room. Today reviewing that from Rock Leopard Brew Company. It's Echo Chamber, a New England DIPA, Double India Pale Ale, 8.5%. It says on the back, this beer is all you'd expect from a hazy New England style DIPA. Citrus and tropical stone fruit notes and a low bitterness. But whilst this beer is bursting full of the classic combination of New England hops, craft beer need not be an echo chamber. Don't rock the leopard too much. This is a fresh, unfiltered and unpasteurized beer. Tells you all the hops. Lots of hops have gone into it. And these people are based in London, an AKS Brands Limited Company. Not sure what that means. Comes under an umbrella of breweries, I presume. So, just give it a stir in the tin. Okay. So, should have poured it properly. It's a typical raggy pour, that is. So it's a hazy, orangey looking pour. I'm not sure whether it's settled in the tin and it needs a proper pour. When I drink it, when I get a bit further down, we'll have a look. So on the nose anyway. Oh, big aromas coming off the nose, big tropical, yeah, certainly stone fruit aromas, punchy aromas on the nose. Right, let's have a dabble in the taste. Bit subtle carbonation going off. Obviously, there's a big white head and hazy gold pour, but it might change when I pour the rest of the can in. I have noticed this with beers. Not all beers, obviously. Some beers settle and some beers don't. But some beers, they settle, and then when you pour them at the end, they turn proper hazy. And it's funny because you can get trad beers that are obviously bottle conditioned trad beers that are crystal clear. Pour the last bit in, they go blooming hazy and they're not supposed to be hazy. And then you get it the other way around with craft beers that aren't supposed to be like, that hazy. Aren't supposed to look like that. Then you pour the end in and you get really big, thick looking beers. So is what it is. It happens now and again. Smooth as you like, juicy as you like. 8.5%. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know at all. It's yeah. Ooh, bless you. It's one of them. Ooh. Like I say, that is it's obviously a big beer, big 8.5% session strength. Just wanted to see if it went any thicker, thicker in appearance rather than. But no, it seems to be staying like that. I haven't poured the bottom in yet, so that'll be interesting to see what happens on that side of things. But yeah, it's certainly going down well. And what a great day today. First day in a long, long while where I've had a jumper on all day. And I've got a coat on now because I'm bloody freezing. But at work, jumper on all day. And finally it feels like spring is starting to burst. It's been a long, what feels like a long cold winter. Obviously since it was about the first or second week in November. Or was it after that? Might have been after. Might have been. Yeah, I think it was December when it really got cold. Or was it the end of November? And we had that nearly 2 weeks of frosts. Did a lot of damage, that did. I had lots of stuff growing and it just thumped it. But it does feel like a long, cold winter. I think the winters, when you work outside and you're in a job where it is cold, you really do feel it at that time of the year. But today, rhubarb's coming up well. Done a load of planting today and weeding, bloody weeding on my knees. Basically taking the top layer of soil off. The weeds, it's just like a blanket. It's like this mossy stuff, but it's not moss. And there's the weeds in it. Bloody hell. It was just easier. Instead of trying to pick out the weeds, it's better easy just to take the old skim the old lot off and then just keep chucking it on the boundaries of at the hotel. Stops their leaves blowing in as well. So there's a method in my madness. And it's something that I'll do and continue to do. So it just builds up a natural bank next to the hedge, the tree hedge, and it should stop leaves blowing in. They should blow up against it and then just rot down. That's the hopes and aspirations. Will it work? Don't know. So I've just poured the last bit of that in just to see if it goes any, looks any different. And yeah, now that looks more like what it should do. So it just goes to show you sometimes with a beer that it's worth getting the whole can in, just in case it's sedimented at the bottom a little bit. There you go. That looks more like what it should look like for me. Doesn't make no difference to the taste of it, but it just aesthetics, isn't it? But yeah, preparations are in place now. So I'm going to sow a load of dahlia seeds this week, and literally got thousands of dahlia seeds to sow. And then I've got to redeploy all my mouse traps to stop the seeds getting eaten. And then when they come through, I've got to deploy a load of blooming slug pellets to stop the slugs eating the flipping fresh green. So the slugs don't eat the actual seeds. The mice do that, but the slugs will eat once the seeds sprout. That's when they come into play. So it's all good fun. Obviously, as it gets warmer, that's when all that comes into play. So I'm feeling that ABV on here tonight. I wasn't going to have a beer today. I thought to myself, no, sod the beer reviews, but yeah, I'm having one, and that's it. But yeah, it's tasting nice. It's like I say, you've heard what I said already. It's tropical, stone fruits. There was a punch on the nose, but even that's settled down. So sometimes when it comes out of the can, it does settle down quite quickly. Smooth, juicy, tropical New England DIPA. No way would you know that's 8.5%, but you can feel, you can get the fact that it is a little bit boozy. But yeah, thoroughly drinkable. very re-drinkable as well at that. Got it from Low Cost Beer. He had a lot of this in as well. If you live nearby, go to the shop, and there's a nice price on it. I can't remember the price, but I know it was a nice price. Online, it should be online as well. I presume it's online. I'm not sure if he only puts online the stuff he's got lots of to shift it. I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't work for Low Cost. You know, I'm only, like most people, I'm only just someone who goes to the shop and buys the beers. So I only can see what I can see. And I mean, I went down and I was asking questions, but I kind of forgot half the questions I was asking. I know that he said, I'm sure the good fella said that he'd got 2 either warehouses or containers full of the beer. So that's amazing, that is, you know, flipping heck. Cost me a fortune. In some ways, it's probably a good thing I don't live in St. Neots. I mean, I'd come across some amazing beers, but it cost me a fortune. There'd be too many box ticking beers at cheap prices, and it'd be dangerous for me. For somebody like me, it'd be dangerous, and for a lot of people, I suppose, because if you see a bargain, you've got to have it, haven't you? And that shop is just full of bloody bargains, and beers like this, top class beers. So I kind of ditched the scoring system, but I can't do it. Whatever the pros and cons of scoring out of 5 is, I can't not do it. So apologies to anybody who doesn't like the scoring system. Is what it is. Would I drink it again? Is usually the best way of telling you. If it's something I'd love to drink again, then you damn well know that score means bugger all. If it's something that I won't want to drink again, but I enjoyed, that's another thing, because you know there are beers that you enjoy, but you don't want to have again because you've had it once. You've done it. Doesn't mean that's a bad beer, and that's the difficult thing. You know, there are some beers that a box ticking beer. I've got that itch. Box ticking beers that I'd want to have again, and then there were some beers that were amazing beers, but once was enough. So it's strange how you can have 2 beers that are equally as good as each other. One that I want again and one that I don't. So you know, it's all down to your own preference and what you get. And like all beer reviewers, no one's God. From somebody with 1 subscriber to somebody with 55,000 subscribers, or even like the craft beer channel, 100 and something thousand subscribers. No one's God. None of them. Not one of them. None of us. None. You can call yourself an expert. Are you really? Was you trained to be an expert? And the thing is there, I'll give you the example of a gardener. I've been a gardener since I was literally about 8 years old. So I was a natural gardener who learnt, got my qualifications and that, my national certificates of horticulture, but I also learnt on the job as well. And so I didn't do a diploma, couldn't afford to, simple as that. Then you get somebody come in who's done a diploma. Oh, uppy doos. So you've got a diploma, and like this bloke is come in, he's telling people what to do, and says, "What's your experience in gardening?" Well, I've got a diploma. Yeah, but what's your experience? Yeah, I've got a diploma. Yeah, means shit, mate. What's your experience in gardening? And that experience, you know, there's a balance there between qualifications and that. So yeah, slight tangent there. You know, it's like, what's he on about there? But yeah, And I suppose the same comes to beer reviewing. You can be somebody who's a trained beer reviewer, I suppose. Somebody who can pick out every last little thing under the sun, and against somebody who just drinks a beer and enjoys it. And there's a fine balance somewhere in the middle there. Same as these people who work for the press, who, you know, like people who write books and that. When you see all these people, and I do see them on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and that, people who write books and they're famous, and they've obviously got their opinion on everything. You know, they get a special person to write the book for them. Are they any more gifted and any more knowledgeable? Don't know. It amuses me, let's put it that way. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lovely, I won't call it orange, I'd call it like a yellowy, golden, hazy, golden yellow looking pour, whitehead. Still got a lovely nose on it, and it's a very enjoyable beer. It don't taste like an 8.5%. So for me, I'm going to give it a good 4.3 out of 5. Like I say, got it from Smiling Grape, aka Low Cost Beer. Check out their website and see if it's still on. Because obviously beers come and go, don't they? Bargains come and go. And you need to be quick. That's the thing I have learnt about low cost. You've got to have the money available at any time to go out and spend 60 or 70 quid on beers. You know, first break that bloody free delivery thing, because that's the big thing. Once you broke free delivery, then you're not paying a fiver for delivery, which begs the question, you know, yeah, stuff paying a fiver for delivery if you can break it, if you can afford to break it, but you'll get some good cracking beers as well. Right, that's me done. I'm now going to go and chill in the house. Thank you for watching. See you soon.